In August of 2019, I did a massive haul. I did a video on it. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I'll put a link up here in the corner. It was a massive haul valued at over $50,000. And in this video, I wanted to recap on some of the major sets that I sold, what I actually purchased them for in this auction, and then what I actually sold them for in order to give you a little bit of future insight into some of your Lego investing. So real quick, just to note, it took me about a year to a year and a half to sell most of the box sealed sets and then some of the used built sets. I haven't sold all of the single pieces that I use for Bricklink mostly yet. Still working through some of that, but all the sealed sets and used built sets, those are all sold, minus the ones that I kept for my own collection. So let's go through some of the highlighted items of things I purchased, what I purchased them for, and what I sold them for. First one on the block is going to be the Roby House. Beautiful set. This one I purchased at the auction for $340. This one I ended up selling on eBay after all fees, shipping, and everything was paid. I ended up selling it and making a net gain on it of $523.68. That gave me a 54% profit. Not great, but not too bad. Just for reference, when I tell you what I actually sold it for, that's going to be what I actually made on the set after I paid eBay fees and after I paid shipping fees and all of that. So this is actually what I brought home after I sold the item. Number two is going to be Statue of Liberty. This is the vintage one, so it's set number 3450. This one I purchased for $310 and I sold it for $462.52. So that was a profit of 49%. That set I actually thought I was going to do a lot better on. I didn't do as well as I thought I was going to do on it. I think I started listing it somewhere in the $600 to $900 range. Just no one was buying it. It sat on eBay for about a year or so, and then I just dropped it down pretty steadily until someone purchased it. So 49%, again, good, but not great. Number three, I had 5 of these vintage sorting units. I ended up purchasing 5 of them. I bought all 5 of them for about $280, and then I sold all 5 of them for $755.94 after all my expenses. So that was a good purchase. That one was 170% profit on all 5 of those sorting bins, so I was happy with that one. Number 4 is going to be the Ferris wheel. This is the older one, set number 4957. I got into kind of a bidding war on this one, and I knew that I probably overpaid on this one. I thought, again, that it would sell for more than it did, but I bought it for $300. I sold it for $244.55 after it sat on eBay for about a year or so. So I ended up losing 18% on that, so that one did not work out very well. The next one is also a Ferris wheel. This is the newer one that's retired, set number 10247. This one I actually bought used, so I did have to rebuild it somewhat. But this one I purchased for $300 and I ended up selling it for $238.80 because there was quite a few pieces missing on it, more than I thought there was missing on it. So I also lost 20% on that Ferris wheel. So both Ferris wheels I probably overpaid for and didn't do well on them. Next, we've got the vintage farm tractor. Now this one was used, but it did have the box, the original instructions. This is a really old set, set number 952. I purchased that whole set for 65 bucks, which was an absolute steal. I'm not sure how I got away with that. And then I ended up selling it for $202.66. This is one that I also thought I would do better on. I think I had it listed originally for $300 to $400, but it did come down as people weren't buying it. But still made 212% on that, which is really good. And then I bought a second one that was just a standalone tractor. Didn't have the box or manual or anything like the first one did, but still set number 952 and just the tractor itself. That one I purchased for 30 bucks and I ended up selling it for $72.59. So 141% profit on that one as well. So both the farm tractors did really good. Number 8, the Invention Designer. This is kind of a unique set. I'd never seen it before this auction, but I purchased it for 65 bucks. Ended up selling it for $100.27 after expenses. So 55% gain on that one. It's okay. Ghostbusters Firehouse. This one I just bought. It was kind of broken up in a box. You can see the picture there. This one I purchased for $185. I kind of took a gamble on it. It looked like it was mostly complete. It was mostly complete, which is great. Didn't have any minifigures though, but I still sold it for $411.51 after expenses, which gave me a 123% increase on that. And that was a nice purchase because I wanted to build the set regardless. I ended up displaying it for a couple months and then I decided to go ahead and sell it and get my money back on it. Number Number 10, let's do a couple Creator sets. So the Creator Highway Pickup. This one I purchased for $80 and I sold for $112.20 after my expenses. So that one I had a 40% increase on, which is good. Next one is going to be the Creator Park Street Townhouse. Purchased it for $70. Ended up bringing home $103.97. So I had a 49% increase on that one. The Creator Model Townhouse. Purchased that for $185. Listed it, I think, in the $500 to $600 range. Didn't sell for quite a while. Ended up making $370.97 after I sold it. So I had about 101% increase on that. So it wasn't as good as I was hoping, but still a good purchase. The Creator Blue Power Jet. Bought this one for $60. After expenses, made $111.75. So that one had an 86% profit margin. This one will blow your mind. So this next set is the one that I made the most money on, and it's not even actually an official Lego set. This is the Lego Arthur Ravenel Bridge, I think is how it's pronounced. When I saw this on the auction, I wasn't really sure of the set because I had never seen it before, and I had to do quite a bit of digging to find any details on it. But turns out this was a set that was made by a Lego designer for a newspaper down in South Carolina. It was some special event that they had going on, and there was only a limited amount of these sets designed and made. I don't think a lot of other people knew during the auction what the set was, so not a lot of people were bidding on it. I ended up getting this set for $155, and I ended up selling it to a guy in South Carolina for $1,752 in profit. I think before expenses, it sold for somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500. So this one I made 1,031% profit on that set, which was absolutely massive. Awesome set, awesome profit, very happy with that one. Next is going to be Lightning McQueen. This is set number 8484. This one I purchased for $40. Ended up selling it for $116.57. Made 192% profit on that one. Next is the Architecture Sung Yi Mun, I believe it is. $180 is what I purchased it for. $345.13 is what I made on the set. 92% increase on that one, which is good. The Wright Flyer. This was a really cool set. This was also used. It came in a bunch of pieces, but once I started building it, it wasn't nearly as complete as I was hoping. So this one I purchased for $130. I took a gamble on it. I sold it for $146.82. So I made next to nothing on it. I made 13% on it, and it was even then a little bit tough to sell. So wasn't a great purchase on my part, just wasn't as complete as I thought it was. Next, we've got Pirates of the Caribbean Cannibal Escape. I purchased this one for $35. This one I made $48.62 on and had a 39% increase. The Boeing 787, another one I thought I would have done a lot better on. $195 is what I purchased it for. It still had all the stickers intact. It had the box, the manuals. Had it up there for $300 to $400 for quite a while. No one purchased it. Finally was able to get $183.66 on it after expenses. So I lost 6% on that one. Wasn't my best purchase ever. Next, we've got the Vintage Eiffel Tower, one of my favorite sets, 10181. This one here was used and pre-built, but did have the box. This one I purchased for $310. This one ended up netting me $433.08. So I made 40% on that, which isn't great, but I got to enjoy it and still make some money on it. Number 20 is going to be the Technic Air Race Jet. This one I purchased for $75 and I netted $128.59. So 72% profit on that one. Number 21 is going to be the Space Shuttle Expedition. This is just a beautiful set, really popular. Purchased it for $310. Was trying to get closer to $600 on it after expenses. Didn't get that. I ended up getting $441.94 after expenses, which was a 43% increase, which was not very good. This one was good. So Market Street. This is sometimes considered the original modular. Some people don't consider it a modular, but I purchased it for $1,225. So this was a big purchase, a big gamble, a lot of money to put out there. I sold it really quickly. I think in the first month I sold this set after making the haul. I ended up selling it and making $2,449.16 on this set. So I sold it close to, I think, $3,000 or above. So I made 100% on my $1,225, which was awesome. Very limited work, just sold one set, mailed out one set, boxed up one set, and doubled my money. That's the way I want to do it. Next, we're going to jump into some Friends. So I typically don't invest a lot in Friends sets unless I really feel like it's going to be a real winner, plus I'm getting a big discount on it. But I took a couple flyers in the auction. I bought the Friends Amusement Park for $110. I ended up netting $124.36 on that. So my first one did not work out very well, only 13% profit on that one. And then I bought 3 of these Friends Livy's Pop Star sets. Never heard of them before, but I bought all 3 of them, and the price didn't really get driven up all that much, which was nice. So I purchased all 3 of them for $375. I ended up selling all 3 of them pretty quickly, actually, and made $779.41 on the 3 of them after expenses. So I ended up making 108% on those 3 sets, which was really good, and I was happy with that considering it was Friends. And then I also purchased a Friends Heart Lake Hospital. $130 for that one is what I purchased it for, and then I netted $208.24 on the set. So 61% profit there. So those are most of the Friends sets that I purchased, not all of them, but most of them, the big ones anyways. Did pretty decent minus the Friends Amusement Park. Next is another big one, Cafe Corner. So I saw this one, it was new, sealed in box. I had to have it. I purchased it for $1,075, which was a steal, especially what they're going for on eBay and Amazon. I ended up selling the set pretty quickly, I think within the first 3 to 4 months, and netted $2,225.10. 107% was the profit made on that set, so I was really happy with Cafe Corner. The next one we have, number 27, was the Vintage Blacksmith Shop. This is an older set. It's set number 3739. I purchased it for $250, and I ended up netting $390.04 on it. So this one had a 56% increase, which was okay. Coming down to the home stretch, last few ones I want to share with you. If you would though, real quick, throw a like on the video if you're enjoying it. The next one we've got is the Star Wars Ultimate Space Battle. This is set number 7283. It's a relatively small set. I don't know a whole bunch about the set, but all I know is when I was looking at purchasing it, it was going for some pretty high dollar amounts. I ended up getting it for $230. It got bid up right at the end. I was gonna get it for $100 to $150, and then right at the end, it got bid up to $230, but I still got it. And I ended up netting on it $415.28. So I think I sold it for close to $500. Made 81% on that. So that one I was really happy with. Another modular, the Green Grocer. So this one I bought for $660, which was another really good price. I like purchasing these high dollar sets because a lot of people either don't have the money or don't want to spend that much money on one specific set. There's definitely a lot more risk with that. So it limits the competition. So as you can see here, I was able to get some pretty high dollar sets for really good prices at this auction. So just keep that in mind when you're doing some of your investing. But I got it for $660, which was a great price. Ended up selling it for $1,236.90 after expenses. Made 88% on that, which was more than happy with. Now this next one, I knew I paid more for it than I should have. I got in a bidding war and I got caught up. Don't do what I did. You know, don't get your emotions in it. If you're getting ready to pay too much, then just drop it. But it's the Grand Emporium, another modular. I ended up paying $310 for it, which really didn't leave me too much margin to make money on it. I knew that I probably wouldn't make a ton of money on it when I ended up buying it, but I sold it and netted $334.60 on it. So I only made 8% profit on it. So not a good purchase on my part. Next, we've got Lego City of Atlantis. I purchased this for $125 and then I netted $146.93, making 18%. So that one wasn't a very good purchase either. And then this last one here, I believe is the original Millennium Falcon. It's set number 7190. As you can see in the picture, there's just a bunch of pieces in a box. I kind of took a gamble on it again, hoping most of it was there, but I purchased it for $35 and then I ended up selling it for $65.28. That one I made 87% profit on it, so that was pretty good. I did have to take the time to build it as well. I do want to make a quick special mention though. I ended up purchasing quite a few trains in the haul and I sold them, a lot of them individually or in different groups. I ended up purchasing all the trains for $1,155. After I ended up selling all the trains, which they sold really quickly, they weren't hard to sell. I didn't have any trains that were new in box. They were all used. They were all out of box. I ended up selling all of them for $2,249.22, which was a 95% profit. So I really like trains. I've actually really done well with the train tracks that I got in the lot as well. That whole line of Lego did really well for me. I'm not listing everything that I purchased in this haul. There's actually a lot of smaller sets that I purchased. There's a lot of just individual pieces and minifigures that I purchased in the haul, so there's quite a bit more, but these are all the main highlighted items that I did purchase in the haul that I wanted to kind of give you some feedback on and let you know what I purchased for and sold them for. And if you want to know what my top 3 themes are to invest in, go ahead and click on this video right over in the corner.